Did you know that milk is the fastest liquid on the planet?
It's the
Oh, wait.
fastest liquid.
We're not synced up, are we?
Is
How
it
will we
because
know?
it's semi-skims?
No, it's because it's pasteurized before you see it.
Hey.
That did not land as well as we'd hoped because Eddie was trying to figure out the syncing.
Well, we're not synced. Nothing's happened that will sync.
Oh, we
us
can do
all.
it. We can do
That's
it
what
over the.
I just said to you.
Yeah,
Will
Duncan
we
just
clap?
said
And
that,
you said no. You literally
We can do
said,
it.
No, we won't sync this time. It'll
Oh,
be
did I?
fine.
We'll do it over the intro and then it'll all be synced because the intro will play
Short-term
now.
memories. All right. Is it playing now? Bum, 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 bum.
That's not the intro.
What intro is that?
I don't know what the intro sounds like. I haven't
That's an
listened.
intro to something though. I just can't remember what
Yeah, I
it
can't
is.
remember what it is. Bum,
Oh no, that's gonna bug me.
bum, 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 bum,
Cool.
bum, bum.
Off to a good start.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, Futurama.
Yes. Thank
Oh,
God
yeah, totally.
you said that. That was gonna bug me.
Yes.
Right, you guys ready to go?
Right.
Yeah, we'll do a clap quickly and then that'll
3,
sync up
2,
for
1,
Rory.
go.
Okay. Eddie, you're the one that's recording, so you count down from 3.
Okay. 3. Oh, wait, sorry. 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to episode 39 of That's Class, a podcast about things we find class, hosted by 3 of your favourite class holes. As always, I'm Rory, assistant to the manager, Kidd, joined by Duncan, terrified they're somehow going to ruin Stargate, Malcolm, and Eddie, fuck off, Hush, Ashcroft. What up, boys? This is going to
Fuck
be a
off,
doozy of an episode.
This is gonna be great. We've got so much technical difficulty. So
Oh my
many
God.
technical difficulties.
FYI to everyone listening, the audio will sound good to you guys, but to Eddie and Duncan, the audio is going to sound absolutely garbage because I'm running off 3G. I had
Because Kid managed to find the only house in England that
Oh.
doesn't have internet.
Do they still?
Yeah.
Do they still do 3G?
this is actually when I admit to you guys that I'm not actually living in a house.
This is when you're living in a garage. Did you not say so about out? You actually said outhouse. Now outhouse means toilet. So
Yeah.
Yes.
are you in the
so
toilet?
that right now is the living room kitchen area, and I am living in what the Peaky Blinders would call a gypsy caravan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it like a
With a-
static caravan? Or
Yeah,
is it
with
like
big
a full on?
like big wooden wheels and a wooden
Alright.
thing that like a carnival person would live in. I don't know.
All right, we're gonna need to see a picture of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you one.
Yeah.
I can't send it to you now because I'm using all my internet for this chat. So, so bearing in mind, listeners, I will duck in and out of this episode because my Wi-Fi will go in and out. Duncan and Eddie will try to keep it going, but we've got a
power on.
packed show today. We're going to talk about
Sure.
Fast
Yes,
X, which is the new title for the Fast and Furious
Don't even
movie.
tell the listeners. Let's just jump in so they have
Yeah.
to find out
Oh.
what we're going to talk about.
All right, okay. Shall we just go straight in and talk about Fast X?
Yeah, briefly. I mean, there's not really much to talk about apart from we really need this. Like, I'm a big fan of Fast and
X
Furious.
gonna give it to you.
Fast and Furious, and they've just fired Justin Lin's just left, who is the director.
Yes, he's left. I've got a quote here, actually.
Yeah.
According to THR, right before quitting the franchise, Lin thought he had locked in a script for Fast 10. A scene set in Eastern Europe had to be scrapped from the film due to the war in Ukraine. The fact added to the chaotic production, which is yet to cast one of its main villains. So they've not even cast a main villain yet.
We
On
cast
top of
Jason
that,
Momoa as a villain. I thought he was the main villain.
he's not the
Plot
main
twist.
one yet, apparently. And on top of that, Universal Studios set Lin's script to another writer in London to refine dialogue, a move that was poorly received. The tipping point happened during a meeting when Diesel presented more notes that would further delay production and force Lynn to change the direction of the movie too close to filming. Diesel's notes led to a discussion where Lynn exited the meeting while slamming a door.
Well, it's pretty evident it's because Justin Lin isn't family.
Yeah, he's not welcome in the family.
He's not family. So
Rumor on the grapevine that I'd heard was they were looking for he really wanted Amber Heard as the big bad, but Vin Diesel was like stabbed dead against it. So I've got a lot of respect for Vin Diesel for standing with Johnny Depp in this time.
Yeah, he doesn't like people that poop the bed.
Well,
You don't poop the bed.
poop pillow.
I was gonna say, you know, because we all know that Amber Heard would be in this and just shit the bed. I stole that joke right out from under my feet.
Some revenge though. Who has that much of a revenge to poop the bed?
I don't know, T-Pain. I don't know.
Yeah. Roy's on auto tune in our ears.
I'm gonna duck out soon, lads. I'm gonna duck out soon.
It sounds like it. Yeah, I mean, we all kind of. I mean, did you guys see Fast and Furious 9? It was a bit mental. And I've liked the Fast and the Furious films. I think they know exactly what they are and they pretend not to be anything else. But this is bad.
I was going to say, you're a resident Fast and Furious aficionado.
I love the Fast and Furious films. I think they're great. They do they know exactly what they are. They don't pretend to be anything else, and that's fine. They're popcorn entertainment at its best. But even 9 for me was a stretch.
Too far. They kind of a bit too.
There we go.
Bye, Roy.
A bit too far. It was weird. But anyway, we'll wait and see.
I had a train of thought that I just lost. But anyway.
Sorry. I feel like that was me.
Oh, yeah, I think I've said it before. The whole franchise lost me after Tokyo Drift. So that's it. They had it perfectly set up to maintain just a big Tokyo Drift storyline.
Yeah.
And they just went back to Vin Diesel. Yeah.
In hindsight, it actually would have worked if Tokyo Drift had come along
in proper sequence, as we now know.
In proper sequence, or 3 years later, just slightly further down the line, streaming would have been a thing. I'm surprised there hasn't been a Fast and the Furious Netflix show or Fast and the Furious.
Oh, like a full-on Tokyo Drift show.
Yeah, like a Tokyo Drift, eight episodes of Tokyo Drift or something.
Yeah,
Tokyo Drift would work as a TV show.
Yeah, who was the wee guy with the Hulk car? What was his name again?
I'm pretty sure his name was Twinkie.
Twinkie, that was it.
Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Lil Bow Wow.
I think they should
Bow
get
Wow
like a 6-episode series with just him. I'd watch that.
Yeah, with the Hulk car.
Yeah, with the Hulk car.
Chasing,
it's like
chasing Japanese models.
It's a full-on origin story of the Hulk car. That's what I need.
Car.
That's what I feel like is missing from the franchise. We need an origin story of the Hulk car.
A Hulk car. Yeah. It's just, it's bizarre. But I guess Justin Lin's not family, but he's directed a whole bunch of them.
So he should be family. He's like family.
They have hired somebody else, but I couldn't tell you what they've done.
Do you think they caught him doing things that they're not okay with other family members, and they were just like, incest is not okay in this family?
The guy that's replaced him is Louis Leterrier, who's famous for doing the first 2 Transporter films and The Incredible Hulk with Eric Bana.
So we're going to get the Hulk car origin story that we've been waiting for. Oh, come on,
scoop.
Please.
So that's hot scoop.
If that isn't an opportunity that needs taken, I don't know what is.
Yeah, if Bow Wow doesn't turn up in that Hulk car after a guy directing a Hulk film isn't there, what are we even doing, Universal?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Just add that to a list of things that we've written.
Make it happen. Yeah. The fans have spoken. All 3 of them have spoken. They want it. I need it. I've got a fever. And the only cure is more Hulk car origin stories.
It's a Volkswagen Touran as well. That's what makes it even funnier.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a little. I thought it was like one of the little
Touran as a drift car.
Japanese K cars.
No, it's a Volkswagen Touran. I swear it is.
Oh, it is.
A Touareg.
Oh, yeah, Christ.
Are you gone against that now, Eddie? You don't want the origin?
No, I do, and now I need the origin story even more. I've also now just remembered it had like a little afro fringe above the windscreen.
It did, yes. It had the black hair on the windscreen. And when you first see it, it's carrying 4 tires to the drift contest in the car park, so it looks like it's got a full haircut.
Yeah, it's got a purpose, you know. The minivan has a purpose. It gets the fans up and down the hill. It's a car of the people, and the people want to know.
Are you expecting good things for this movie, Duncan?
No. Well, no. I'm expecting popcorn entertainment. I'm expecting to be my mind to be blown in terms of what can they do with a car next that they haven't already done. But apart from that, I'm not expecting, unless they can somehow actually resurrect Paul Walker, I'm not really sure what else would blow my mind in this.
Like full on, and it would be, they could do the end of Revenge of the Sith, because obviously Paul Walker, you know, so like they could just have a Darth Vader suit Paul Walker come in. And it would be like
Paul Walker.
It would be that'd be nuts.
You've not seen the end of Fast 9, have you?
No, but one thing I was going to ask is Fast 10? Is this the end of Fast and Furious?
No, I thought it was. I really thought it was.
Christ.
And they're doing another one after this. Apparently they're doing a Fast 11. I don't understand why. Just kill it at X. X is a great thing for them to fill it.
Die already.
Yeah.
At what point does it just become like a massive prequel series to Transformers? Maybe that's where they're going with it.
They said, what was the one they were going to cross over with? Somebody said, was it either Transformers or somebody was making a joke? And they said they either want to cross it over with Transformers or what's that one Universal owns?
Power Rangers.
Jurassic World.
Oh, it was Jurassic World, wasn't it?
Jurassic World.
Yeah.
You can't kill the T-Rex. The T-Rex is family.
The T-Rex is sipping a Corona with Vin Diesel.
T-Rex.
I love
turning a whole bucket at the end.
I love getting chucked from the chat and then coming up back into it and not having a clue what you're talking about. We were just talking about the new producer of Transporter, and now you're talking about a T-Rex.
Because they wanted to cross over. Somebody at one point pitched a crossover film between Fast and the Furious and Jurassic World.
Oh my god. That's ridiculous.
So we were talking about how you can't kill the T-Rex because the T-Rex is family. And then the T-Rex would be at the barbecue drinking a Corona with Vin Diesel.
Bring new meaning to the main Ford Raptor.
Well, like Brian's kids just like running around and climbing up him.
Brian's kids.
I've got this image of an actual raptor driving an F-150 Raptor, and now I'm just like...
I mean, do you think they're holding it out to a point like, did Paul Walker ever have children?
In real life? He's a daughter.
Yeah. Because are they maybe waiting until that sort of... Yeah, makes you wonder, makes you think.
Well, the weird thing is they cast Brie Larson in it. And I honestly thought they were going. Part of me, my brain went, I wonder if they were going to play her off as like Paul Walker's, like Brian O'Connor's sister or something.
Oh yeah,
along that line.
It turns out Brian didn't die, but deep down inside, he always felt like he was a woman. And Brie Larson looks quite similar.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, Brian did. Well, yeah, no, maybe Brian left because deep down he always felt like he was a woman, and he was scared he wouldn't be accepted in the Fast family.
It's Paul Walker.
Yeah, but then Brie Larson's now coming back in as Brenda. What was it, Brian?
Oh, it's Brian O'Connor. Sorry, it's Brian O'Connor, so it'd be like Brenda O'Connor.
Brenda coming back in as Brenda O'Connor, and it sort of gives like the Fast franchise like this whole sort of like keeping up with sort of, it makes the Fast franchise like very trans progressive.
That would be something.
Good forward thinking, Eddie.
That would definitely blow my mind.
That would blow your mind.
that would be something. Points for trying. We should move on from Fast and Furious. Talk about this for hours.
Yes, let's. To news that I was pretty pissed about and I see no point for.
What?
Eric Harland is signed for Man City. Man City is probably the one team that I could think of in the Premier League that don't need Eric Harland.
Is his name Eric Harland?
It's not Erling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I thought it was Erling Haaland.
Fucking spell his name wrong, didn't I?
It's Eric Ten Hag is to be the new Scum manager.
I've got lots of things on my mind. I'm very stressed as a Man United fan.
Erling Haaland's coming in.
It's fine though, because if it doesn't go well, you can always go back to Spurs.
I don't want to.
Well,
Never again. Never again. Am I ducking out again?
I mean, I can't really say that. I don't know. I don't know where Haaland... I mean, they need a striker. It's pretty evident they're dumping out for the Champions League. They need a striker.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, Jesus.
It's funny that how much that he cost, considering what his release clause was, which is hilarious.
His release clause was...
Paid 50
million?
million?
50 million? And then they reckon... Wow. They've paid the release clause 70 million. They reckon 50 million. And then the agent's fees are like 70 million.
Jesus Christ.
Agent's fees. And then they're paying like Haaland's deal is worth like 50 million all in or something for like the next like 5 years or something.
I can't. That's a bargain, surely.
Way more than that, but yeah. And then supposedly there's his contract. The whole reason why Man City got him is because apparently they were willing to accept a release clause going in his contract where they could sell him for like a release clause of like 120 odd million, which kicks in after a season. But supposedly that's why Real Madrid wouldn't sign him, because they either wanted that in the Real Madrid contract because they weren't sure if Madrid were going to continue to be any good or not.
Yeah, so Madrid are continuing to be good, and the problem is if you go to Madrid, Man City don't need 120 million, whereas Real Madrid would easily get outplayed by PSG or Newcastle or somebody like that.
But
no, I think an interesting one. I mean, they need a striker.
Fair play to Man City.
Yeah, they need a striker.
This will win them a lot of things.
It will win them something. It depends. I guess the question is, will he... I mean, he has had a few injuries.
Yeah, he's pretty much been out for most of the season, I think, hasn't he?
He's had quite a few days off. I guess the key is, can you keep him and Kevin De Bruyne in the team at the same time? Not that they're not doing well without him, but if you can keep him in.
Yeah, because they'll play like basically the person that gets kicked out of the team here is Jesus.
No, I meant injury-wise, because De Bruyne was injured for a while as well. What I meant was, but getting them both, it's a bit, not to be an aside, but kind of like leads everyone fit at the same time, then you'll do well. And not to say don't do well.
Not talking about it.
Not talking about it, yeah, I know. It's but that's my point.
Fuck off, Hush. Fuck
everyone,
you.
everyone
why is Hush adamant to rub this in your face?
Because he's a fucking scouse wank.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Fuck off, Hush. Man City are winning the title this season.
Yeah,
Chelsea are winning the FA Cup, and Real Madrid are winning the Champions League. And they're going from, it's going to be so special, we're going to win the quadruple. It's going to be such a special club. Jurgen Klopp winning as a quadruple.
Quadruple is just the worst thing they could win in that accent.
And all they're going to win this season is going to be the fucking League Cup.
Well, not their accent, the accent Eddie does.
Fuck it.
Quadruple?
Quadruple? Can I have a fucking quadruple roast shacking, please, for the butchers?
The quadruple?
Speaking of other things that I was about to say, Eddie talking about wank. I was about to say, do you know what was wank? Miami GP.
Relatively wank, yeah.
Relatively wank. Yeah. And it wasn't just the race. Like, the race was okay. What made me kind of watch, it was weird watching the build-up, because you and I talked about the build-up, Eddie, and the grid walk, right?
Tragic.
It was tragic. Like, it was so full of just every $13,000 ticket holder was in the grid, and it was just not even special.
It was fucked. It was absolutely
everything
fucked.
About the promotion of it and the way the weekend went felt
weird,
forced.
Yeah,
like,
do you know what I mean?
Forced.
It doesn't give a good example of what Las Vegas will look like either. Because if Miami, it's just Americans. It's just how they do it. And I'm sorry that my volume is probably being a bit weird for you guys, but
I thought this was America.
But
this is America.
I agree. You know, Miami seemed a bit over the top.
Valid point, Rory. No, I disagree. Continue, C3PO.
Oh,
you've gone, Rory. Unlucky. But
and we're gone.
bye. But no, the Las Vegas point is relatively relative. Ooh, relativity. Because I think Vegas will be. I wonder if the issue with Miami was that Miami as a place and as a city is a really, really cool place to have a race. But the race wasn't in the cool bit of Miami. In the way where Monaco, you've got the race going around the harbourfront and everything.
Singapore's in the middle of the town.
Singapore's in the middle of town, and then you've got Baku's going up through the old town and along like
Baku's amazing.
Big
I actually
main
like
street.
Baku.
So I think the problem that Miami Grand Prix overcompensated for was the fact that they weren't in the nice bit of Miami. They were at the Hard Rock Stadium, and that's why they brought in the fucking boats for the fake marina.
Yeah.
Had like sand bit for a fake sand bit.
Yeah.
And just tried way too hard.
That was 100% going to be my point, and Kidd made it about the Las Vegas one.
Yeah.
It's just tried too hard, and because they were in a glorified parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kidd's absolutely right.
And I think comparing it to Vegas, in Vegas they are racing on the strip. They are racing in front of some of the iconic hotels. Therefore, they're not hopefully going to try and push the whole force in the fan experience too much, because
once
in the middle of Las Vegas, it doesn't have to try.
So that bit of Vegas is quite weird.
That's what they love to do.
Yeah. So
yeah, true.
That bit of Vegas is quite. So that bit of Vegas, the big main part of Vegas, that is all the main hotels that Caesar's Palace, all Bellagio. You know, the ones that are going to be the iconic shot of them coming down the strip, right? So that's but that middle part and just off the side of the strip is quite low rise, but because they're attached to these big hotels, and it's going to look mega because all the lights around town are going to be there anyway. And you've got the T-Mobile arenas there as well, so there will be a stadium, but it's kind of it's more. The Hard Rock Stadium looked like a stadium. The T-Mobile arena in Las Vegas is kind of, it can change the color of it and stuff, and especially if you do it at night.
That's a bit like they do that at Bahrain and Abu Dhabi, don't they? With the
with
hotel that goes across the track.
If they can't change color, I'm pretty sure it's copper on the outside, so it just looks cool. Like everything about it will look cool, and we can't judge it. But the Miami GP just felt, you said it right, Eddie, forced. So
very
just
forced.
And I couldn't. It was. I typed it earlier, and it was kind of like gross in a way, just how many people that Martin Brundle was on the thing with.
And
VIPs, but weren't actually VIPs.
Are you starting to not enjoy Martin Brundle now? I'm sort of getting really, really annoying vibes from him.
Been pretty fed up with him for a while.
I don't like him as a pit. I don't like him anymore. I don't think he's putting in as much effort as he used to. But also, I think he's kind of been caught out that when he used to go around the grid, it was like mainstream celebrities and other ex-F1 people or ex-racing drivers. Whereas he
so it
barely
was
got
interesting.
81-year-old Andretti, and that was about his lot for people that you knew. Then he tried to interview a guy, and the person was going, that guy's Patrick Mahomes, the NFL quarterback, who's like 5'10". This guy was about 6'8". And at no point did the producer go, that's not Patrick Mahomes, back off. He just let him do it. And you're like, well, who's ignoring? Like,
it's
Brundle
embarrassing.
needs to stop. We need someone. Sounds stupid, but you almost need someone like a YouTuber or something. I don't know.
No, I think
I disagree with that.
I think the grid's changed too much now. Like the whole pre-race grid experience has changed way too much.
I'm not saying a YouTuber. What I mean is just someone that knows people or just kind of knows how to deal with like modern media. I guess maybe he's just been left behind. I don't know. Just an example. I'm not saying that's the right thing.
But no, Brundle can fuck off.
Snake.
Hiss. Snake in the grass. Yeah.
Guess this noise, listeners. Roy's tried to do this before.
Dolphin.
I
actually
bottlenose dolphin.
What age is that dolphin?
Dolphin.
It's a 12-year-old dolphin.
Now I want a dolphin.
Right, technical difficulties.
Do we have time? Yeah, we've only 2 minutes in. Right.
What's he doing?
Roy, whilst Eddie's away, do you want to talk about MoonKnight?
Yes, he doesn't want to talk about it anyway. So, have you seen it? Have you finished it?
Yeah, finished it. Seen it.
I'll give my spoiler-free review in case people haven't finished.
Summation, yeah. case you break away.
Straight off the bat, I'm going to do this very quickly in case I duck out again.
Okay, go for it. Bullet point.
I think I'm over the Disney Plus Marvel things. I feel like there isn't enough space in between Marvel properties now to get you hyped for anything. Saying that, I'm super hyped for Thor: Love and Thunder. That looks amazing. But that's more about how the movie's made rather than the movie itself. I thought that I didn't enjoy Stephen Grant. I didn't think he was a very good character, a very likable character in my opinion.
Okay.
I thought some of it was rushed in terms of the girlfriend and spoiler. Fuck it, let's just do spoilers. The girlfriend,
the Red Scarab,
her superhero was very rushed.
Yeah.
I thought episode 1 was great because it drew me in, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" 2, 3, and 4 were just filler, in my opinion. 5 was incredible, and I really liked it. And then 6 felt like a rushed ending. I didn't like the Indiana Jones type Tomb Raider stuff. I thought that could have been better. All in all, out of a 6-hour, 6-piece TV show, this would have been great as a 2.5-hour movie.
Yeah, the irony is it's kind of the opposite of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, isn't it? It would have been better off being the movie. My quick summation of it would be this. Without spoiling it, there's not enough Moon Knight in Moon Knight. There's not actually enough of the superhero Moon Knight in Moon Knight. Which actually was kind of one of the... They say it was a lot like Iron Man 1, and kind of one of the issues with Iron Man 1 is there actually isn't a lot of Iron Man in Iron Man 1. But yeah, not enough superhero stuff in a superhero show, which is bizarre. Considering, think back to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where the first 20 minutes is Falcon doing Falcon things.
But I get their point on the fact that it's a new character, so they have to show you all this stuff. And I realize if I'm losing connection, you can still hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I can hear you. It's okay.
But
we can hear you, Rory. Talk to us.
Okay, cool. I thought that what really disappointed me was at the very, very end, where he passed out again, and they didn't bother about choreographing one final fight as this new third personality.
Not enough Moon Knight.
Not enough Moon Knight. And then he passes out, and like he did in the first episode, and I was like, fuck, here we go. We're going to actually see who fucks these people up. And we don't. And it's weird because they say that this is going to be a one-time thing. And Oscar Isaac said it in interviews, and it just seems like this is, they're maybe not going to come back to it. And if they don't, I don't think I'll be that bothered.
Oh, Eddie's grabbing by Pussy.
Eddie's got a pussycat.
He does have a pussycat.
Meow.
Meow.
This is how much Eddie cares about MCU.
Moon Knight, yeah. Well, this is going to be my point about Doctor Strange. We'll get to that. But yeah, not enough Moon Knight. Do you know one of the things that got me? Mark Spector is supposed to be this sort of badass mercenary, and actually I didn't see him do a lot of badass mercenary stuff.
Yeah,
and that kind of they set that tone. But anyway, I enjoyed it. We sat afterwards. I enjoyed it. I liked the theme of it. I think the Moon Knight costume, the costume department did really well.
Wicked.
The Moon Knight costume was wicked. The graphics were good. I did like the final fight between Moon Knight and Harrow and Khonshu and Amit just going at it over the turret. Like, that was cool.
Oh, you love a good old Godzilla fight, don't you?
Oh yeah, that was cool. Like that's cool.
It didn't resonate with me whatsoever. I was like, oh, what's happening?
It was kind of. I liked the juxtaposition of both of them, like them fighting on the side of the pyramid, and then each time one person got the upper hand, it swapped in the big fight. I thought that was kind of quite cool.
I quite like that. They hired a lot of Egyptian people for it as well.
Yes.
So a lot of the costume designers and the guy that did the score was an Egyptian guy that's done a lot of Egyptian movies, and this is his first Western movie. And I thought the score was class.
Yeah, the music, and that's the other thing I think that his theme music was really cool, but they never actually finished the episode with it a lot of times. They did a lot of other scores, but I felt like we didn't actually hear enough of that theme. That theme was quite Batman-esque, which is Moon Knight. I would now... Remember we saw that Moon Knight comic in, of all places, HMV?
Yeah.
I'd probably go buy that. Oh. We still got the audio. Still got the audio. Though.
So
In my fairness, Duncan cracked open a thing of whiskey before we started speaking, and I was like, I'm going to go get a whiskey. I came back, and you
And we'd
started talking.
Yeah.
we already
We started
talking.
because we thought. Oh, he's not going to want to hear about this anyway.
But fuck the visualists. Fuck YouTube.
Yeah, I know. The
Fuck
watcher
yeah.
people,
It's
they
a fucking
can, they can
podcast,
fuck off.
not a fucking
Technical
vlog.
difficulties.
It's
Man, that's
fine.
going to get a lot of work.
We'll put the logo. I know. I'm so glad we're doing this on a Thursday and not a Sunday.
These late night
least I've got the
podcasts are
weekend.
great. This is accidental comedy. Is the funniest.
I won't be.
I think we
I
should-
won't be sending it to you until tomorrow.
That's fine. Tomorrow night.
I don't take my laptop to work.
You could do it tonight
He's not
before
going
you
to
go to
sit up
bed.
and wait. He's going to be in his bed shortly.
Nah, it'll take fucking ages.
Okay. Anyway, shall we move on to the next point?
Yes. Right, let's move from one big release to the next
Did-
one, which
did-
is Top Gun Maverick.
Oh god.
Holy smokes, Batman. I can't wait for this fucking movie.
It's out in 2 weeks' time over here. So it's not out till
can't
the
wait.
25th in the UK. And it's currently sitting at 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I just Googled Top Gun Maverick, and it's basically all the reviews have come out. And it's just, let me read just the headlines to you.
I just read the title. I read a thing and it just sounds like fucking. The only things they're picking holes in is like things because the females from the first was it Meg Ryan and
Meg Ryan's not in it. I don't think.
but who was the other woman? Yeah,
No, it's Kelly McGillis.
Yeah.
Kelly McGillis and Meg Ryan aren't in the new
Meg
one,
Ryan's
but they were. Meg Ryan was Goose's wife. In the first
No
one.
way.
So she was.
Yeah. So they were obviously in the first. They were in the first one, and they've not been
Yeah.
called back. And they're giving it the whole like, well, older women tend not to get parts because they don't look as attractive as the new younger women.
But Jennifer
whatever.
Connelly's been around for ages.
Oh damn!
And she's still as good. So let's
She
be
was
honest.
she was good in Snowpiercer. Anyway, and that's an aside.
That's insane. Let me just read the headlines to you. Top Gun Maverick, critics praise thrilling sequel. Top Gun Maverick, Tom Cruise fulfills your need for speed. Tom Cruise is
Hell
still
yeah.
speedy, less needy in a rock and roll something. That's all I need to hear. Top Gun Maverick review. Aviators, love interests, and oiled up bodies. Get ready.
Fuck yeah. Let's get an oiled up volleyball tournament.
There better be a volleyball series.
If playing with the boys isn't played at least once,
Playing with the boys.
I'm a little bit worried. Because I sort of read my breakdown of all the reviews on the BBC page. Get all my news from the BBC. It's just the kind of guy I am because it's easy and it's all there. But
Fucking Tory.
one thing I did read was someone complained that the film might not be homoerotic enough. And
Enough.
amazing.
I'm slightly concerned.
Oh, you want it to be more.
Oh, I want like all the homoeroticism.
You want to watch the
Apparently-
movie and question your own
Oh,
sexuality.
you want to
and
come
you're like,
away from it going like, fuck, am I attracted to Tom Cruise again?
Tom Cruise again. My God, that guy looks like just like the guy I was attracted to from the first Top Gun movie. Apparently, Miles Teller not only looks like Goose, but apparently sings like him when he plays. Guess what? Great Balls of Fire, which is
Nice.
funny because I'm pretty sure Kid and I a couple of weeks ago went. I bet they play Great Balls of Fire on the piano, but
Nice.
I
See-
know they're going to.
There's a thing where it's a good movie and then also it's just feeding your member berries like nothing else.
Apparently, it's good. Apparently, the plot's good.
Yeah.
Like, apparently, there's a reason
Yeah.
for it. It makes complete
Yeah.
sense. And
So there's a reason for singing Great Balls of Fire and dressing up like your dad from 30 years ago.
But I mean, he
Top Gun.
probably is going to look like his dad. So I mean, they kind of got to hit that note where I mean that was something
Oh.
I saw was the whole point was that they what have I missed?
You said hit that note.
hit that note. We're talking about singing Great Balls of Fire.
They've got to hit that note because what they said from what I was reading is the whole intention of this film is basically it's the same gist just now in new planes. And it sounds promising that the plot actually stands up now and it's got a good plot. And I think somewhere I read Tom Cruise has been really wanted it to follow on as well. like be a legitimate sequel.
Yeah,
not
he
just like a
said he
retelling.
wanted a script. He says they could have done this 5 years ago, but they
Yeah.
wanted to wait until they could have something that actually made sense. I guess
Yeah.
you've got to take into account that I'm guessing they're going to go along the lines of him actually learning responsibility and taking a bit, because it's clear that he pisses off Ed Harris at the first start.
Not being so much of a maverick all the time.
So Maverick, yeah, exactly. I think that's where it's going to go. But it sounds promising. I'm excited.
It
and
looks so good.
More importantly, I think we briefly touched on this. They had 800 hours of footage. They had each of them direct their own planes in the plane. They used real planes like Tony Scott did. They flung themselves off aircraft carriers. The guy that directed Oblivion's directing it, so it's gonna look good.
You guys, you talked about this, I think, on the last pod. Was that Tom Cruise put them all through flight training himself?
Yeah.
Fucking love
nuts.
What a man!
This
I'm
is
so glad we have him in our
lives.
lives. What an absolute
T-Pain
nutcase.
loves
I love it.
T-Pain endorses Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah. I'm fucking buzzing.
Buzzing time.
I might break my cinema.
I was gonna say this, Eddie. This might be one to go to the cinema for. I know you don't like the cinema, but this could be one if you're gonna do it.
Oh, if you could do
here
it,
we
you
go.
could
Here's
just
the
rent
review.
out a
It was
whole
Peter
cinema
Bradshaw
for
from The
yourself.
Guardian. He was let hit. T-Pain?
T-Pain,
Sorry.
are you there? Don't leave us.
Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian felt the film was missing the homoerotic tensions of the 80s original and is actually less progressive on gender issues. So potentially less progressive on
Yet
gender
they're female
issues
pilots.
then yeah, well, but then what they're saying is the original film put a woman in charge. There was a woman training them. This one, she's just a female pilot. And the love interest is just a barmaid.
yeah, but it's Jennifer Connelly.
But, just saying, they might not be as progressive as Fast 10 is going to be on gender issues.
As our Fast 10 would be on gender issues.
Yeah. I think we'd make a very progressive Fast 10. Anyway.
No, we'd make a great Fast 10. You could you take the progression side, I'll take the action side. We'll script it out. It'll be fine.
Rory can have like the Point Break scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah, we can have like some surf scene. We'll take it back to South Cal.
Oh.
And
I was gonna say, I feel like I just went into a conversation that we'd already had, and I thought that we was replaying the audio from the last time because we're talking about Fast X again.
We've gone.
Wake
full
up, Rory!
circle.
You're stuck in a time loop. Wake up!
I got so confused.
Rory, this is you're talking to future Eddie and Duncan.
Oh Jesus! What are we talking
Okay.
about now? Are we talking about Doctor Strange yet?
Rory,
Doctor
when you go
Strange.
back to the past, bet on the 1520 at Cheltenham.
Okay.
So has Doctor Strange managed to tame Strange in this new film, or has he not? Have
Duncan,
you seen it, Duncan?
I have. We went to cinema on Saturday to see it.
I'll give you my spoiler-free review because it is a new movie and people might want to see it. So I'd say that there's a lot less madness than the title asks for. It's more of Doctor Strange solving little puzzles in different universes with a little sidekick who, in my opinion, I did not enjoy her acting. I didn't enjoy the very comic booky visuals of the vortex. I heard another review saying that the best way to describe this is that it is a comic book movie. Whereas, if like you would read a specific comic book and it would be a new artist and or a new story author, and you'd be like, oh, that's not really the way I would go with that. But then, it's a comic book, so it's just one version and then it comes back in. That's how they were describing this movie. And I'd kind of agree. It's very different to the first Doctor Strange. I think the first Doctor Strange is better. I don't like Sam Raimi. I really, really don't like Sam Raimi. It felt like I watched a movie that was made in 2004. It reminded me a lot of Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire in terms of transitions and like camera zooms and camera whip pans. And he's a horror director. He did The Evil Dead, so that's what you should expect. Saying that, also Danny Elfman, I love his Batman '89 soundtrack. I love whatever else he's done. He didn't do Superman. That was John Williams.
Did No Way Home?
But that he did No Way Home. He has not hit the nail on the head on this one. I did not enjoy any of the music. I didn't enjoy one of the magic fights involving music.
Did you not? I quite like that. I quite like that.
I thought it was absolutely hated it.
I thought it was clever in terms of the use of the magic. I'm not saying like in terms of the musical side of it. I thought it was clever. I think it was different. At least it's not the same old shit. Like at least it was something new.
What I did really, really enjoy was the antagonist. That means bad guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. I really, really liked the antagonist. I thought it was
an antagonist, a bit of a protagonist.
I thought it was out of the. It was.
Arcs.
It's kind of spoiled in the trailer, but at the same time, it was kind of a surprise. And then
it wasn't spoiled for me. I actually saw it as a complete. That came out for me. That came
Thanos.
Out of
in hindsight.
Yeah,
in hindsight, going back to the trailer, you're like, oh yeah, they kind of did just tell you the trailer. But I got very Shining vibes at one point, like almost like a Jason or like Leatherface type bad guy, you know, like slowly walking to get you type thing.
Yeah, there's a scene of that. Yeah,
I thought what I didn't like was it was called the Multiverse of Madness. The only part you really see a lot of madness in the multiverse is with one character, and I'm not going to spoil it, is that one character, and when they go through all the multiverses at once, you see them all in different... And I was like, oh, this is cool. Maybe we're going to do this all the time. And then we land in the universe that we land in for that part of the story. And I was just kind of disappointed in the fact that there was no more of that, and it was more about... I don't know if it was really a story about Doctor Strange. It would have been nice. It was kind of like, I don't know, the script was very, very weak in my opinion.
So there's two a couple things I took away from it was I quite like the idea of the antagonist without spoiling it. I think it's a good reveal. I think the problem with that reveal is that this comes into play with Eddie, for example. If Eddie went to the cinema to see Doctor Strange 2, Eddie wouldn't know why the antagonist has ended up where the antagonist has ended up, because that can be explained through like 4 hours of telly on Disney Plus to get to that point. So that's not done very well, and that's going to be a problem for them going forwards if they're going to keep doing stuff like that, because you have to spend time to explain how people got there. There's people like saying, I understand that they can't waste that time, but it feels more in depth to people that have watched it, and therefore it feels like part of the agency of the antagonist gets taken away, because actually the villain is the item instead of the MacGuffin rather than. And then what was the other thing we were talking about was that no one's ever really dead. The problem with the multiverse now is that basically they can bring back there's kind of that death thing. The other thing they didn't explain was the Nexus events, which are, see, Doctor Who, this is where it comes back to time travel, which is what I said to you. We've talked about this before, where I said you have to write the rules down, otherwise you're going to get stuffed at some point.
Yeah.
And one of the things they tried to implement way in WandaVision, I think, was Nexus events, where they're like, this is a fixed point in the universe. It happens every time. There's nothing anyone can do about it. It's going to happen. They didn't split. That was something they could have anchored this film around, but they didn't. But they should have done, because it would have set a baseline for everyone going forward. And that means if you then mention that and people kind of know about Nexus things, then anybody that jumps into the movie from now, which is the main Avenger that they've had since Endgame, when a lot of people tuned out because it was the last film of 10, then so Eddie, the last one you saw was Endgame, right? Or did you see Spider-Man Far From Home? Or was Endgame the last one?
Which one was Far From Home? Is that the one?
It was the one after Endgame. It was just
Spider-Man.
after it. Had Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
Yeah, saw that one.
You saw that one, okay? So you wrapped up like Marvel, right? That first 10 years.
Gave up on it.
If you don't keep up with it, basically this is my point, is that you're going to end up, missing out on stuff, or you're not going to know, because they need to establish the baseline now, or you need to start introducing new characters and just completely wipe the slate clean, because you're just going to end up, because if they do the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special at Christmas and then kick off Guardians 3 after our event of the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. But if people don't watch Disney Plus but they like Guardians of the Galaxy, you're going to have to backtrack. It's not going to work. Whereas if you look at the timeline of the first 10, 20 Marvel films, it's all synchronized. Like, it all works.
Mm-hmm. But then that's from my first point when we started talking about MoonKnight, is all these Marvel products are coming so thick and fast. There's no hype for it anymore. No one's really excited because when Infinity War was going to happen, there was like a 2-year gap between movies or something, wasn't there?
Yeah, massive. It was big.
And then from Infinity War to Endgame, there was about a year and a half.
Yeah, it was like
now
next year and a bit.
Yeah, and then this year we've probably had like 4, and it's only May.
Yeah, it feels like we just need a break, and they should have taken a 2-year break, 3-year break.
But then I also think that with that whole confusion of this movie is that we have stuck with it and we've tried to follow along, but then they've introduced so many different rules that it doesn't make sense. Whereas if Eddie was to jump in and he'd be like, cool, this must be the rule. Because the other thing is with Loki and with Loki, and he makes that Nexus event move.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
they've not written down the rules of multiverse.
If she can travel through multiverses, then what's her universe? What's her Nexus event?
But could she travel through multiverses before Loki did what Loki did? Because remember, that was all one.
This is the thing. There's too much to think about.
See, talk about time travel, and Rory goes out.
Don't even do time travel. The best time travel movie is Back to the Future. We should have just finished it there.
Well, multiverse travel. What I mean is, if you think about the sacred, what they call like the sacred timeline in the Loki, and then what happens.
Did you guys see Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Not yet. No, I thought it wasn't out yet.
I've heard that maybe it's out in Australia. I've heard that they do it better.
It must not be out. He must have brought something from the future.
I think it is out.
Is it?
Definitely. They were talking about it on podcast I was listening to the other day. Maybe it's out in the States. Yeah. Maybe it's not out here.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Oh no, is it?
Apparently they do it a lot better than.
Apparently it's really good.
Yeah, they were saying that.
Quickly, should we do a trailer time and then jump into trailer time? You'll have no clue what's going on when he comes back.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, how do we need a new intro for that? Or are you just gonna
trailer time? I feel like the whole reverse thing's kind of been played out now. Kind of bored of it.
Played out now. I feel like we need to do like a season 2.5.
Yeah, I've got like an ADHD or something where I'm just now bored of that. That's not what ADHD is.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah. Is it? No, it's not. It's not what ADHD is. It's just
no. Ooh, shiny.
Impatient.
It's like a magpie.
Yeah, little on magpie. That's not fun anymore. I'll think up something for the next one. Try and have a think of something for the next one.
Fair enough.
But,
so yeah, but Doctor Strange 2, it's good.
Right.
Like, it is good, but I wouldn't. It was strange. It was strange.
Like I'll watch Thor because it looks like it's probably going to be able to stand on its own, maybe.
Yeah, Thor looks like it'll track. It might track better. And then, Doctor Strange's problem is it has a character that's already had 4 hours of development.
And then I'll probably watch Guardians of the Galaxy. But
Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Yeah.
Will I go to the cinema? Probably.
Oh, Kid, by the way, just quickly on music for Doctor Strange. You know we're talking about Elfman's score. Did you not like the intro to a certain character?
Yeah. There was a character one intro.
And he got an intro, and it was an orchestral version of a song, and I was like,
"Intro, friends."
Yes.
It was the one point in that movie where I went, "This is fucking cool. I'm all in for this."
Yeah.
And it was a reveal that it's also another reveal that they do spoil in the trailer.
Yep.
But it's a reveal that keeps going, and then you're just like, "This is fucking cool," and then. I'm not going to spoil it, but then it also becomes very hilarious.
They spoiled that whole scene. By the way, we're talking about Multiverse of Madness quickly.
Yeah.
So not only did the trailers give too much away, and they have openly said that was a mistake, like we're going to have a word with the marketing department. But
oh, really?
Yeah, Kevin Feige was raging because Disney were the ones that were doing all the trailers, not Marvel. and Disney headquarters were doing all the trailers, and that's why half the shit got leaked. But you're saying, see how you're saying that the multiverse part is that they only do that small bit, and then they end up in that one for ages. If you'd had that group of individuals be from all from different multiverses, that would have added.
Oh, so they're not from the same. They're not from that universe.
They are all from that universe. I'm saying if you put them all from different ones and have them all come through to meet, that makes it more stupid.
Yeah. I mean, it was anyway, pretty stupid what happened, but yeah.
But yes,
it was
trailers.
funny.
Trailers ruined Doctor Strange, but you know what? Trailers haven't ruined Obi-Wan Kenobi yet.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Welcome.
I am here.
Trailer Time, a podcast within a podcast, which is usually said by Rory, where he says that it's hosted by Eddie, but actually it's hosted by Rory. But Rory's not hosting anything. He can't even host his own internet at the moment. So
that burns almost as good a burn as fuck. Lost it. Oh, there's Rory applying some cold water.
That was hot.
That was hot.
That wouldn't have worked if I'd pressed record this late.
Man, this Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer looks fucking class, though. Oh my god, I really, really hope it's good.
Including that sick burn of, I need to train him. What, like he trained his father?
Uncle Owen with the sick roast.
Shoot, Uncle Owen with the sick burn.
Roasting Kenobi about as much as Kenobi roasted Anakin.
Oh, isn't it with the zingers?
Damn.
Let me load up my memes.
Yeah, good God, I hope it's good. Good God, I hope it's good. Wait,
I know, right? Because, I mean, Mandalorian was good, but not, like, as a whole, like, obviously it had its episodes, and that's kind of what TV shows do. Boba Fett, people kind of realized, I don't really care about Boba Fett. And then they went, here's 2 other episodes of Mandalorian. And everyone went, oh, yeah, nice, Mandalorian again. But because this is Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I know that my connection might be running out again.
It's okay. Keep going.
I think they should do a lot better with it. And from what I've seen in the trailers, it looks a lot better.
Do you know what it just needs to do? It's doing, well, how many episodes is it doing? 6 episodes.
6.
Yeah.
Right? And it's limited, so it's just doing that 6 episodes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Just fucking hit the member berries. Just
Yeah.
don't prick about with us continuing a story from someone else.
Yep.
Just give the fans what they want.
We want hello there. We need some sort of pistol fight where he basically goes so uncivilized.
Yep.
Nice.
High ground.
Damn, this is why I hate
High ground.
flying.
Yeah.
So some sort of scene was, and then obviously you can tie these into action scenes. So obviously, this is why I hate flying.
We just need what we want. He doesn't do politics.
Doesn't do politics. That'd be a great one. Hilarious if they went at the end. If they went, you want to buy some death sticks? You go, oh Christ, I'd kill for a death stick right now.
We just want what we want. Don't fanny about. Don't get too clever with it. And we want Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader, and we want lots of it.
Did you see him? Did you see him getting?
But I want.
Did you see him getting made up like a Lego man? I thought that was quite good. Duncan, you would have loved that.
Something about a Lego man?
Yeah.
What was that, TP?
Fucking.
No.
Right, R.
See,
Kelly.
this is funny for you guys, but for the listeners, I just sound normal because
You
it's
also
my audio
did children at
recorded.
the local high school.
Oh, this is magic.
It's funny because he'll have the absolute arse of either deleting himself or his own audio out of all this. Anyway, I think we could go. Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think the less said, the better. But the main thing to say is just, yeah, come on. It's one of these things where you just want to let the hype quietly build, not get too.
I think the thing is as well, Boba Fett was a character that was brought back. He was from the main trilogy. People liked him, but really Star Wars fans wanted to see him, right?
Yeah.
But this is Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is a name that is big. This character is bigger than Boba, way bigger than Boba Fett.
He's like He's like
Yoda,
top
it's
top tier
Yoda,
character.
Top tier character, like Darth Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi,
He's like
Yoda.
God
They're
tier.
the three. Yeah, God tier character. You
Anakin.
cannot fuck with this, or you are going to have a riot on your hands.
Oh yeah, and
Uh,
I think as well. My point about not talking about it too much actually is, I don't want to hype it up too much to the point where I expect too much and end up disappointed.
this is
So
true. So
you
we
just
should,
gotta.
but we should all watch it to make sure that we're all on the same level.
Yeah.
You'll
When does
need
it
to.
come
You'll
out?
need to, May 25th is when it starts. No, May.
May
It was
27th.
May 25th. 27th, but they're releasing first two episodes instead of just the first.
I think we shouldn't talk about it. We will not talk about it on the pod until we've all finished it. And then we're just going to do one episode of the podcast about this whole thing.
Yeah, at least
Obi-Wan Kenobi in review.
Obi-Wan Kenobi in review.
My initial opinion is going to be I'm probably going to think it's shit. Oh, I might not finish watching it. That's my if I was going to put a tenner, on
Prediction.
something, my tenner would be I
Not
might not
watching
finish
it.
watching it.
Oh dear.
Cool.
Right.
I might get
Well,
bored.
Speaking of things that were, it is boring because it was done because I've watched it so many fucking times since I was on E4. But
Yeah.
Avatar: The Way of the Water actually debuted in front of Doctor Strange,
The way of the
did.
water.
and then it came online. It was oh wow, it's Pocahontas but on the water. I'm pretty sure Andrew leaned over and went, so they killed the big thing in the jungle the last time, and now they're going to kill the giant sea dragon this time. I'm like, yeah, sounds about right.
It's just like, I mean, when Avatar first came out, everyone was like, oh, 3D. Oh, it's such an
Yeah.
innovation what they've done with visual effects. And it was. And they had to come up with their own technology in order to make this movie, which was great. But that was like fucking...
2009, wasn't it?
Just hearing Duncan's bottle. Sorry.
Second nip.
2009.
Was it
Fucking
2009? I think it was.
2009. Yeah, it was 2009, 2008, 2009.
It's an ancient movie now, and to have the sequel come out so late in the day, I'm kind of over it.
I'm over it. Graphically, it looks
visually. Yeah, I think obviously it will look amazing. I'm not keen to wear 3D glasses again.
No.
I'll probably choose.
Oh, is it gonna be 3D?
version.
As in they've taken Unreal Engine 5 and ran with it. And what I mean is, it looks visually, it doesn't look that much different, but it looks crisper. Like it looks like they've taken 10 years to do it.
Is it on Unreal Engine?
Probably. I can't imagine. Oh, if it's not, it must be custom software. It
Yeah.
must be Unreal Engine. Did you not see that video that came out the other day of Unreal Engine 5? It's someone did like
Yeah.
a shaky cam, and it was like daylight, and then it clicks to night, and you're like, holy shit, that's fucking magic.
No.
What's it called?
I'll post
Avatar
that
2.
video.
Let's just do it
Shall
on
we
Unreal
rate-
Engine.
Shall we rake through these trailers because we've got 5 minutes left?
Well, we can
Oh,
certainly
yeah.
try. Certainly try.
So we've got the House of the
Dragon.
Dragon. I don't really care for Game of Thrones anymore.
Couldn't give a shit.
I'm excited for. Once again, it's kind of like, please don't ruin it. You've got another chance. But I'm kind of past Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones will always be this weird thing in pop culture where it was the biggest thing going, and then it just dropped off a cliff, and nobody gave a shit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm close. I'm close to watching it. I'm close to starting. I think
Starting it.
Fiona and I are close to starting watching Game of Thrones because we liked Witcher, and I feel like it's fairly similar. But
It's fairly.
I'm one of these people that's just slag shit like this off for so long. That's why I've not watched Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I've been close a couple times recently. But
You need
it's
to watch
not,
Lord of the Rings, Eddie.
It's not on any streaming.
Yeah.
It's not on any streaming service. that
No,
I
it's
have.
Number
not.
one trilogy.
So
It's not,
I was
no.
like, fuck that shit. It's gonna remain. It's gonna remain terrible in my opinion.
What's Game of Thrones on now? Entertainment.
It would probably be on
Who
Sky.
cares?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
possibly.
I don't know why. I'd probably just
Game of Thrones was popular, Eddie, because it wasn't fantasy as such like Lord of the Rings. It kind of felt very real worldy, but set in a fantasy setting rather than.
Yeah.
I think that's what people really gravitated towards.
Yeah,
so
I
it
get
might
that.
actually be a good entryway into watching Lord of the Rings if you watch this first.
I don't know. Yeah.
Always go.
Whatever. But
All
yeah,
right, move to the next
House of
trailer, and then you wonder what the hell we're talking about.
pretty excited about this one. I'm
Oh,
actually
which
kind of
one?
excited about Weird Al Yankovic.
I don't know enough about Weird Al Yankovic.
Well,
can
all I
actually
know
tell
is
you.
his parody songs, and they're all funny.
Yeah, they are funny.
So
Yeah, they're very clever.
I suppose it's going to be the story of him, and maybe that's a good thing that you don't know much about him because you're going to watch a film where you're going to be told
That's
a bit about
true.
him.
That is true. Unlike maybe Bohemian Rhapsody and Queen, where you kind of know the story.
Yeah, and
I guess
they're
this
just
is kind of
telling
an
it.
interesting one. And the guy's called Weird Al, and yet for whatever reason, nothing's ever really come out about him being weird. So
No.
that's fun.
Yeah,
Daniel
Surprised-
Radcliffe looks like he's having a whale of a time.
Yeah. I
more
quite
parts
like
of
there was
Daniel
almost like
Radcliffe
a
are
bit of like a meta moment in the trailer.
Yeah.
And I can't remember exactly the thing it said, but it was basically like Daniel Radcliffe going, "You expect me to be Harry Potter, but I'm not,"
But I'm not.
which was kind of fun and maybe chuckle.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it.
Although it's debuting this thing that someone's written the Roku channel. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, that was at the end of the trailer. It said
Roku's,
only on Roku.
That's like an American streaming service, which I think is maybe sort of a bit in the UK. You
I
also
think
get.
it's part of Samsung tellies because I'm sure we've
Well,
got Roku on our.
I was
telly,
going to say,
maybe.
it's like a streaming box. It's a bit like a Fire Stick or something like that. But yeah,
Oh, yeah, it is.
No.
It's devices and smart TVs. Well, I'll be down.
it's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. Weird Al Yankovic story. Pretty excited for that.
Yeah,
Dan Radcliffe looks jacked.
Yeah.
it does. Looks like he's having a good time. Jack to the tits.
Right.
We own this city. Looks kind of nuts. Like
It
It
looks
looks
good,
super
right?
nuts.
So
I
the
really
whole-
want to see it.
the whole gist seems to be that it is basically following a real life sort of investigation of an American city's police force.
It's kind of
Yeah.
based off of. It's kind of like The Wire. It's written by the guy that wrote The Wire, so I suspect it probably hit the same beats.
Yeah.
But it's Baltimore, and
All right. Okay.
it looks.
What is it?
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff not happened in Baltimore.
Baltimore's
police.
been.
No?
I'm sure there
Am I
probably
making stuff
has.
up?
You wouldn't
Well,
have made
obviously
The
it
Wire
has 'cause
there.
they've done a
if
TV show about it.
Yeah, TV show, right.
Well,
Shall we skip the last
I
trailer
started
and end it there,
recognizing
boys?
people in it as well.
We don't have enough time to end
Has
it.
they
We're
got
going
the
to come
guy
back
that was
to do
the
an
Punisher
ending.
in it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, John Berntal. Yeah, we own this. It looks pretty good. I'm quite. I hope it. I don't have HBO or Sky Atlantic. I hope it goes on Sky Atlantic.
It will. I think most HBO shows have done, have they not?
Nice.
Yeah, they
Because
do, yeah.
Peacemaker went on Sky Atlantic.
Yeah. Yeah, they all end up on Sky.
I kind of want to
But
watch.
yeah,
the
John
Peacemaker.
Bernthal's awesome.
Yeah,
It
John
looks sick.
Berntal. Yeah, it looks sort of. We need a cop show like that.
Is he the guy from Punisher? Is that who we're talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I went on asking that, and then everything froze and died. I felt stupid.
He has a really good episode of Hot Ones as well. If you're ever into watching Hot Ones, his episode's really good.
Is he just like? I can imagine him either being not good with spice or just eating all the spice.
Really fucking good with spice. And also, he's not the guy, he's like so different to any of his characters that he plays. Because a lot of his characters seem to be like really low voice and kind of like brutish and like, meh. He is like the nicest, chirpiest dude ever. And he's like, dude, oh my God, yeah. And it's like so opposite. He's a really cool dude.
Wow, he raps like T-Pain as well.
Amazing. Shall we end it there then, boys?
T-Pain.
Was there not a character in Saints Row that used a voice modulator like that?
I just
Might
want
be.
this to be
All
over.
all I'm thinking of is I'm on a boat, Ben. Go fast and I got a nautical theme, Pashmina Afghan.
Pashmina Afghan.
John Berntal is married to, I'm pretty sure, Kurt Angle's daughter.
Who's Kurt Angle?
Kurt Angle was a WWE wrestler from back in the day. I'm sure he's married to into that part, like that family somehow. I'm not sure what the relation is, but it's kind of funny how much they know, like how much people like know each other and stuff. Because I remember seeing something about John Berntal, and then John Berntal, it was like, oh, I'm interviewing my actual like uncle-in-law or father-in-law, and it's Kurt Angle. You're like, holy shit! Like, I haven't heard that name since like early 2000s. My God.
Okay, let's end this because this is really pissing me off that I keep getting in and out.
Now he's like, why are they talking about Kurt Angle? What's
Don't
going
end it,
on?
Rory. Don't end
I don't
it.
care. I don't care about Kurt Angle. I just want to end this podcast.
Aw. This is the last episode ever, listeners.
I might have to. I might genuinely, the next episode that I'm in will probably be from my place of work. I'll find like a little corner of my own and try not to speak so loudly.
Okay, so before Rory smashes his laptop, thank you for tuning into this week's episode.
Why are you doing it?
Because you're gonna go. Because that's what you're gonna do 2 seconds ago. Go.
A dolphin. I know. I fucked a mermaid, isn't it? That's his.
Yeah. So we wrap it up there then.
Yes.
Yeah. On you go, Duncan. You can wrap it up.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, go on. You've been waiting weeks to do it. I take it away from you.
Thank you for tuning into this week's episode. Remember, you can catch us on all the socials at That's Class Pod, or email us at thatsclass@gmail.com. New episodes up all at the same time, and whenever I find time, this is terrible, to upload an episode, you'll find it whenever we upload it. Keep those notification bells on. Thanks again for listening. This was a horrible train wreck. We'll see you next week, maybe. Have a super day. Say goodbye, Duncan.
I just caught that. It's you, Duncan.
Goodbye, Duncan.
And as Eddie says at the end of every episode of That's Class.
Every episode.
Every podcast.
This needs auto-tune, but never thought I'd see the day when a big boat coming my way. Believe me when I say I fucked a mermaid. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. It's T-Pain's bit from On a Boat in honor of Rory's T-Pain performance.
All right. I think we'll stop recording there. Message him saying we'll stop recording. That's kind of funny, actually.